Today I'm going to tell you about motor oil in your vehicle. Now, your motor oil lubricates the inside of your motor, and like everything else, it wears out eventually. You want to keep it changed every 5,000 miles. Now, if you're using a full synthetic oil like this Mobil 1 here, I've been running Mobil 1 in my Jeep since I got it. It's the 5.7 Hemi. I run 7 quarts of 520 in it, change it every 5,000 miles. I don't have any problems. It's a great oil. I like it. Pennzoil is a great oil too. And, you know, there's a lot of great brands out there. Mobil 1, Pennzoil, Castrol, pretty much any oil out there. All the oil out there is great oil. Now, the Red Line and the Royal Purple, that's expensive oil, but they say it's good too. It's just, you know, it's just really high. But no matter what oil you buy, as long as it's the correct viscosity, if it calls for 520, use 520. If it calls for 530, use 530, 016. But change it every 5,000 miles. Now, as far as Castrol goes, I don't have anything personal against Castrol, but I put Castrol in my truck the last time I changed it back in February. And I'll admit, yes, Castrol is a dark oil. It is a darker oil even, you know, when it's clean and you just poured it in, it's, you know, it's still a dark tint of oil. But why I'm not going to be using Castrol in any of my vehicles anymore is because I run Castrol full synthetic 520 in my truck, and I drive all on the highway. I would say I drive 90 to 95% on the highway, running 55, 60, and say 10% stop and go city. But after 1,000 miles, after I changed the oil in my truck with the Castrol, 1,000 miles, I checked it. It looked like it already had 5,000 miles on it. It's just that dark of an oil. I mean, even when you know, clean oil, it's still that dark. But it already looked like it had 5,000 miles on it, even after I only drove it 1,000. Like I said, I don't got nothing against, you know, Castrol. Personally, it's just, it is a dark oil. Now, people say Mobil 1's a dark oil too, but I just changed the oil in my Jeep a couple weeks ago, and it's got over almost 2,000 miles on it, and it's still whistle clean. And again, I drive all on the highway, and some stop and go. And it's still, after almost 2,000 miles, it hasn't even turned colors yet. It hadn't even started to darken. Whistle clean, still. But as far as oil goes, you just want to make sure you change it regularly every 5,000 miles. Now, there's some people out there that, and I work at Walmart, so I know, I get people coming in there for oil changes, and they're, you know, 1,000, 15, 5,000, sometimes even, you know, 2,000 to 3,000 miles overdue for an oil change. You're supposed to change it every 5,000 miles. Like I said, some of them come in there 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 miles overdue. And that just shows you that they don't, you know, care about their vehicle. And some of them, I pull the plug. Some of them are hardly have anything come out. Sometimes as little as I have a quart. And, you know, maintenance is key to any vehicle. Anybody knows me knows I'm not a Toyota Honda fan. And I won't go into that why, but it's just, I don't care what vehicle you own, maintain it and it'll last. Whether it be a Ford, a Chevrolet, a Dodge, a Nissan, a Hyundai. You just maintain it by changing the oil and filter every 5,000 miles with full synthetic oil and the correct viscosity. And, you know, again, change it every 5,000 miles. Change your transmission fluid every 50,000 miles. Your air filter every 50,000 miles. Your coolant once every 7 years or 150,000 miles. Doing these things will make your vehicle last forever. Well over 1,000,000 miles. But if you don't do these simple things by changing your oil and filter, your transmission fluid, your vehicle is not going to last. It's just not going to last. But I don't care what vehicle you have, maintenance is key. Do those things, oil and filter, transmission fluid, coolant, brake pads when needed, air filter, and fuel filter. Your vehicle will last 5, 6, 7, 800,000 miles. Doesn't matter who makes the vehicle. Doesn't matter, you know, it doesn't matter. Maintenance is key. I don't care if it's a Ford, a Chevy, a Dodge, a Nissan, a Hyundai, a Toyota, a Lexus, a Honda, a Mercedes, a Audi, a BMW, a Volkswagen, a Porsche. I don't care. Maintenance is key. You see, I have nothing but Fords in my driveway except for the Jeep. All of them have well over 200,000 miles. My blue truck's got 327,000 miles. All it's ever been done is the fluid's been changed regularly, and it's still going strong. Maintenance is key. That's all I'm saying. If you don't agree, and people always out here talking about, oh, quality this and quality that. What I got to say to that is, it doesn't matter who makes the vehicle. They all use their own parts. Ford's got Motorcraft. Chrysler's got Mopar. Nissan has their own parts. Toyota has Denso. Honda has their own parts. So this, it's made in Mexico. It's cheaper made. As long as they're using their own parts, that doesn't matter. So, that's all I'm saying. Maintenance is key with any vehicle. I don't care. You say what you want. Just don't leave any comments down on my channel saying I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm stupid. You don't know nothing about cars. Because I will report you. I can't tell you the people I've reported. Just because I can. If I don't like your comment, I will report you. That's all there is to it. I will report you. But again, maintenance is key. And doesn't matter what vehicle you own, as long as you take care of it, it will last you and last you for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of miles. Thanks for watching, guys. That's the end of my rant.